Miracle Boy Boxing. I am your host, Mr. Cruz, and ladies and gentlemen, on July and August 26th, August 26th, in San Juan from the Coliseo Roberto Clemente, Oscar El Pupillo Collazo will be defending his WBO minimum weight championship of the world for the first time in that venue, in that building, that history making, rich history building where Felix Tito Trinidad has fought, Miguel Cotto has fought, Juan Mar Lopez has fought. So many excellent cards has happened in that fight in that building. And Oscar El Pupillo Collazo will be headlining on that night against Diagan from the Philippines, who's number 3 top fighter in his weight class. In the Philippines, he's number 3 in that weight class. So he's the third best fighter in the Philippines in that weight class. He'll be the challenger in that fight. He's got 10 wins, 3 losses, 5 knockouts. Very tall fighter, can punch. I've seen some tapes, and should be another tremendous fight. Puerto Rico versus the Philippines is one of the most underrated rivalries in boxing. I've never seen a boring fight between the two, and when they collide, I bet it's gonna be another excellent fight. And Oscar Pupillo Collazo, man, we all know him. Small little guy, but brings a lot of star power. He fights small man, but he fights like a heavyweight, man. This man is all action. He can punch, he can box, he can brawl, whatever you want. Um, he's 6-0 with 4 knockouts, and he will be defending his championship. Not even 10 fights in, and he'll be defending. Like I said, star power. He's got Tito Trinidad, Cotto looking at him on that night. They're going to be watching and supporting him in that fight. It's a big fight. The Zone, Golden Boy, the biggest boxing card in Puerto Rico since Danny Garcia. When Danny Garcia came over there and defended his 25 championships against Mauricio Herrera. I was at that card in 2014. And that was at the Coliseo Ruben Rodriguez in Bayamon. I remember that fight. That was my first boxing card. Since then, I've been to 4 boxing cards overall. I've been to 3 after that, and I never get tired. And for this card, I'll be there in person, live and in living color. I got my tickets from early August when they went on sale. I couldn't miss that fight. Collazo, man, it's gonna be my first time watching Collazo fight. I booked my ticket because I know I'm not coming to see a chata. I'm not coming to see a joker. I'm coming to see one of Puerto Rico's top fighters, one of Puerto Rico's best fighters today, and one of the best fighters in the minimum weight division, Oscar Pupillo Collazo. This man has won gold for Puerto Rico in the Pan American Games. Not much Puerto Rican boxers have won gold for us in those games. Collazo is one of those. Like I said, he can box, he can punch, he can brawl, whatever you want to see out of a fighter, Collazo has it. And he's definitely earned the right to defend in San Juan, have his homecoming fight. And I'm excited to be able to be a part of that event by being there in person and watching him fight. I did not hesitate in buying that ticket. And I'm excited. It's going to be next week. It's going to be next week. I live in the Virgin Islands, so I'm not far from Puerto Rico. So it's only like a 20-minute flight. So I'll be jumping on that plane and I'll be heading right over there to support Collazo, man. That's one thing I do. I support my Puerto Rican fighters. I jump on that plane and I go and see them fight. Like when I went to go to New York and to see Matias fight Ponce, even though the fight never happened there. The fight was supposed to happen on the Wilder Hellenius card, never happened. I already had booked the flight ticket, and I had already booked the fight ticket. So I couldn't back out. It was what it was. I went to New York last year in October. It was my first time in New York. I'm 28. I've never been to New York. And because of Matias, I jumped on that plane and I went to New York. I got something out of it though. I got a picture of Matias for the first time. That was amazing. Got a picture. I got it all on my phone still. I'll never forget that. Hopefully, I'm trying to get him now with a championship belt that he has now, the IBF. So hopefully one day. But like I said, I support my fighters. If you're a hell of a fighter, Puerto Rico wise, if you're a hell of a fighter, and I feel like you're worth me punching a plane ticket to jump on that flight and go, I'll go. And that's what I'm doing. I did it for Matias in New York, even though he never fought. He was supposed to. Fight fell off, thanks to Ponce at the time. And now I'm going to go for Collazo in Puerto Rico. I did it for Danny Garcia, like I said. I went 2014 over there. And Felix Verdejo, when Felix Verdejo was Felix Verdejo, I went over there a couple times in San Juan, and I fought, and I went to see him fight twice. So I support my Puerto Rican fighters, and here I go again next week. I'll be taking off Friday, and the fight is Saturday, so I'll be there Friday. So I can't wait. Oscar Pupillo Collazo will be defending against Garen Diagan, and from the Philippines. Should be a good fight. On the undercard, you got Angel Tito Acosta versus Carlos Broitiago from Nicaragua as a rematch from their first fight. Tito Acosta won it by a 12-round TKO. Acosta kind of struggled in that fight, and that fight well. But, both guys coming off a loss. So interesting. This is a crossroads fight. This is a career reviving fight for both. Both guys cannot lose this fight. Whoever loses this fight has to think about retirement. So, no pressure, right? But it should be a good scrap. Tito Acosta all comes to fight, comes to bang it out. Excellent combination puncher, good punching power. And Carlos Broitiago, man, a veteran from Nicaragua, who's come up short against the best. Came up short in that fight with Acosta. We'll see what happens. And then we got in that fight Kiriria Tapia, a very decorated amateur. Will be her third fight in the pro ranks, and will be the first time fighting in her home country, in front of her hometown, home people, in front of her own people in San Juan. So it's gonna be a great card. Tremendous card. Got a couple cards there. Juan Indio Camacho will be fighting against a Mexican, Orozco, another classic between Mexico and Puerto Rico. I'm looking forward to that fight. The whole card, I'm excited. I got red carpet, so I got front row. Like I said, I did not hesitate to buy this ticket. Coming to watch Collazo, man. Collazo is something to see. If you've never seen Collazo fight, I'm sure you've heard. I'm sure you've seen Collazo. And before I said it, Collazo, maybe a year ago, I said Collazo is going to be a future world champion. And watch. He's defending now in San Juan in the Coliseo Clemente. Main eventing. You got Tito and Cotto taking pictures with you and saying they're going to support you fight night. They're going to be right there ringside. Cotto's a promoter, so he's going to be there regardless, but Tito is going to be there. So I'm excited. The hell of a fight, the hell of a night in boxing on that night on August 26th. And I'm looking forward to it. Rico Boy Boxing, I am your host, Jose Cruz, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.